The dimly lit courtroom, echoing the profound silence of somber onlookers, was blanketed in an oppressive tension. 6 men, ex-law enforcement officers, stood like ghostly figures, chained and donning the dark shades of prison jumpsuits. The coarse fabric rustled with each breath they took. The jagged edges of silver duct tape cloaked the names of the county jails where they resided, a futile attempt to hide their newfound shame. Every soul in that room was fully aware of the monstrous acts these officers had committed earlier that year against 2 black men in Braxton, Mississippi. Their pleas resonated like a mournful requiem, admitting guilt to both state and federal charges, accusations made all the more heinous by the believed racial motivations. The haunting whispers of their names, Christian Dedman, Hunter Elward, Brett McAlpin, Jeffrey Middleton, Daniel Opdyke, and Joshua Hartfield, echoed like specters from the past, the roles they had played in the incident seemingly guided by shadowy intentions. Accusations swirled: home invasion, aggravated assault, and obstruction of justice. Word had spread that they had acted without warrants, and rumors whispered that they had self-proclaimed themselves as the Goon Squad, a chilling moniker reflecting a willingness to exact brutality without conscience or consequence. Outside the courtroom's heavy doors, the Justice Department issued a bleak news release detailing the combined 13 felonies. Inside, CNN's attempts to extract comments from the attorneys were met mostly with silence, a wall of hushed resistance. Jeffrey Reynolds, attorney for Opdyke, released a heavy sigh, his voice trembling. He acknowledges his grave mistakes. Every night, he is haunted by the faces of Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Parker. Their memories remained, stark and painful. The torment they faced, the handcuffs biting into their skin, the chilling sensation of water used to drown out their voices, and the hateful racial slurs that acted as the soundtrack to their nightmare. The chilling climax of the horror occurred when Elward, with a sinister calm, forced Jenkins onto his knees, placing the cold barrel of his gun into his mouth, firing it not once, but twice. Jenkins's pain was palpable, the searing bullet slicing through his tongue, shattering his jaw, and exiting his neck. The officers, as if acting in a sinister play, discussed fabricating a cover story. In the dim night, with the sinister silhouette of the woods looming, soiled clothes were discarded. Evidence was destroyed, and the memory of their dark deeds attempted to be drowned in a nearby creek. The story became even murkier when Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey, with a sorrowful gaze, announced the termination of several deputies without revealing specifics. Hartfield, whose role in the darkness had stained the Richland Police Department, tendered his resignation. Despite the gloom, Bailey clung to a sliver of hope, wishing for justice for the victims. His voice echoed, "The Rankin County Sheriff's Office continues its endeavors to mend its fractured soul." He yearned for a time where the shadows of January's tragic events would never darken their doorsteps again. In the midst of this brooding tale, Bailey announced his intention to run for re-election, a glimmer of hope, perhaps, for a community yearning for light amidst such darkness.